What would you do if the person you trusted most turned out to be hiding a devastating secret? Emma and David seemed to have it all: a love story that began in college, a beautiful home, and two kids who brought joy to their lives. To anyone looking in from the outside, their marriage was the definition of happiness. But sometimes, the picture-perfect image hides cracks that only grow with time. Emma began to notice subtle changes in David. He started working late more often, grew increasingly attached to his phone, and seemed distant, even when they were together. She tried to dismiss it at first. "It's just work stress," she told herself. But deep down, a nagging voice in her heart told her something was wrong. Then came the night everything changed. Emma was tidying up their bedroom, folding laundry, and clearing the clutter from David's nightstand when his phone buzzed. Normally, she wouldn't pay attention, but her eyes caught a glimpse of the message preview. It read, "I can't stop thinking about you. Last night was amazing." Her hands trembled as she picked up the phone, her heart pounding in her chest. Against her better judgment, she unlocked it. What she found confirmed her worst fears. The messages weren't from a coworker or an old friend. They were from another woman. A woman whose words painted a picture of intimacy and betrayal that left Emma feeling gutted. When David came home that night, Emma was waiting for him, sitting on the edge of their bed with the phone in her hands. "How could you?" she asked, her voice breaking as tears welled in her eyes. David froze, his face a mixture of shock and guilt. He tried to explain, stumbling over his words, but nothing he said could undo what Emma had discovered. Every excuse, every attempt to downplay the situation, only made the pain worse. She didn't just feel betrayed, she felt like her entire life had been a lie. The confrontation was explosive, filled with anger, heartbreak, and questions that David couldn't answer. Emma thought back to every late night, every unexplained moment of distance, and realized how many signs she had overlooked. The man she had built a life with, the father of her children, had been leading a double life. Trust, the very foundation of their marriage, had been shattered in an instant. The days that followed were some of the hardest of Emma's life. She was torn between trying to save the life they had built and walking away from the man who had broken her heart. David apologized endlessly, begging for forgiveness and promising to change. But every time Emma looked at him, she saw the betrayal, the lies, and the texts that had destroyed the love they once shared. Every corner of their home, every shared memory, now felt tainted. Emma began to ask herself tough questions. Could she ever trust David again? Could their marriage survive such a deep wound? And most importantly, did she want to stay with someone who had betrayed her so profoundly? The answers didn't come easily. Emma wrestled with the pain, the anger, and the fear of starting over. But eventually, she came to a decision. Not just for herself, but for her children. She chose to walk away. Leaving wasn't easy. It meant facing an uncertain future, rebuilding a life she thought would always include David. But Emma realized that while betrayal hurts, it doesn't define her. It defines the person who lied, the person who broke the vows. She refused to let David's actions dictate her story. Instead, she decided to reclaim her life, to show her children what it means to stand strong in the face of adversity. In the end, Emma's journey was one of resilience and rediscovery. The betrayal that could have destroyed her instead became the catalyst for her to rebuild a stronger, wiser version of herself. It wasn't the life she had planned, but it was one she could be proud of. Have you ever faced a betrayal like Emma's? Share your story in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more powerful stories of love, betrayal, and resilience.